Good day, I am Mrs. Manore. I will be your geography teacher for today. Our topic for today's lesson will be on contour. Here is our model. So, firstly, we have to understand what is meant by a contour. A contour is an outline, especially of a curving or a regular shape. As you can see, the lines here are curving. Contours are a collection of lines found on map that shows mountains, valleys, and landforms. Contours are measured from sea level. If contours are closely spaced, it means that the land is very steep, and if the contours are widely spaced, it means that the land is more flat. Contours can be used to understand the map and to know where land will be steep or flat. We have what we call a contour line, contour interval, and contour index. We will start with a contour line. A contour line is a line drawn on a map. These lines here is what we call a contour line. It indicates ground elevation of depression. As you can see, these lines are what we call contour lines. If the lines are close to each other, it means that the slope here is steep, as you can see, they are close to each other. It means that there is no flat land here, so you cannot build here. And when the lines are far from each other, as you can see from 165, 160 and 155, the lines are far from each other, meaning that the slope is gentle or it is a flat land. So you can build in this place here. What is a contour interval? A contour interval is the space between the two contour lines. This space here, we call it a contour interval. For example, if the various consecutive contours are 100 meters, 98 meters, 96 meters, etc., then the contour interval is 2 meters. This interval depends upon the nature of the ground, the scale of the map, and the purpose of the survey. So yes, and the numbers here indicate a contour index which differ in 5. As you can see, from 200 we have 95, from 95 we have 190, and we know that 200 minus 195 is 5, right? So these numbers indicate contour index. Hope we are clear. As you can see on the model, we have trees, railways, river, which is permanent. Why is the river permanent? Because the river flows throughout the year. If it does not flow throughout the year, it means that the river is non-perennial or is non-permanent river. So since it flows throughout the year, it is a permanent river. Here we have a mountain. As you can see here, it is very convex here, and as I said, you cannot build here. So we have a mountain here and it is very steep, right? And here we have a gentle slope. It is a flat land. Here you can build. What are the characteristics of a contour? The variation of vertical distance between any two contour lines is assumed to be uniform. The horizontal distance between any two contour lines indicates the amount of slope and varies inversely on the amount of slope. Thus, contours are spaced equally for uniform slope. Contour lines cannot begin or end on the plane, as you can see. A contour line must close itself but need not be necessarily within the limits of the map. Contours do not have sharp tunings. Contours do not pass through a permanent structure such as building. My mistake, as I didn't indicate the buildings, but as I said here in the flatland, contours cannot pass through. We have a concave slope. Concave slope means it is flat and gentle. So here in 165 and 160, it is very flat. So we call it a concave and gentle slope. And when there is a steep slope, it is what we call convex. Yes. Conclusion. At the end of the lesson, I would like to test my learners' new skills and see if they have gained or learned something throughout the class. Learners will be required to do their own contour model with all the necessary features, landforms, and so on. The learners will present their contour model next week Friday, so I will give the learners the whole week to do their model and present it to me. Thank you.